Alright y'all, so today we're going to be doing the front and rear shocks on my 2000 Honda CR-V Rd1. Right now the rear is squatted and the front's lifted, so it's a bad sign. It's super jumpy. And then if you look right here, 4 fingers. Way more than 4 fingers. Yeah, just get started. So right now I got the car lifted up on jack stands. We're just gonna take out this shock, take off the spring, transfer it over to the other shock or strut, whatever you want to call it. It's not that bad, pretty simple. 2 bolts under there, there are 2 bolts on top. You can tell these things are blown, just shitting grease off the top. So now I got it out from there. Here's the original. Here's a new one. We just got to compress the spring, transfer over these top housing bolts. I ended up replacing that camber arm as well, whatever you want to call it. Saw that it was pretty beat. Might as well just replace it. So it's a lot more tedious because sometimes the spring compressors get stuck when you're trying to use a big impact. Sometimes a small one works a lot better. But now springs are removed from the original shock or strut, whatever you want to call it. Now we just got to transfer it over to the new one. So it's been about an hour and a half. I just swapped over the struts onto the old springs onto the new struts. But this is an example of what yours should not look like. If they're all blown out, leaking fluid, and then they should not be getting stuck, first of all, and they should not be compressing all the way down. But yeah, here's the result of the new ones in. Yeah, we just gotta put this side back and then get started on the other side. So I just finished up with the driver's side rear. Now I'm gonna do the passenger side rear. Yeah, this one looks a lot worse than the other one. There's literally fluid all over it. It's completely torn off of the boot. Yeah, let's get started. For being a 26-year-old car, this is exactly what would happen normally, but this is what you do not want to deal with. This upper rear control lamp, the bushings are so bad on both sides that the bottom one completely tore out. And yeah, so now I got to figure out how to get that bolt to separate from the bushing. Not sure if y'all can see this right here, but the struts tend to sit flush at the top. Something was off when I realized it's not flush. The boot's torn completely off, but tried breaking it loose with my hand, nothing. Put an impact on there and just look what happens. And the strut's spinning, right? So it completely detached the inside, so I gotta figure out something to get that off. Okay, so after a couple minutes of struggling, I was able to get a pry bar in, pry down on the boot, and then I was able to spring it off freely. Yeah, so we got even more good news once I took it off. Like, that is not how a strut is supposed to look like. But the entire little cylinder with the bushing came out of the top mount. So I gotta press this back in. So we got some good news and some bad news. The good news is it's starting to snow. So we gotta start packing things up because it's getting super cold. The bad news is the bushing came off like that little cylinder completely. So the bushing's separate and now the cylinder is stuck on top of the screw or the bolt, whatever you want to call it. So it's just free spinning. I was gonna put the newer upper rear control arm on, but I can't even take out that bolt. It's getting too cold to be dealing with this. So I'm just gonna re-put back on the old one and clean up, and then we'll finish the front end and this upper control arm tomorrow. So it looks like one of the internal bushings failed. So I gotta figure out something to do with that. It's completely fine. It's just this little sleeve completely detached the second I put pressure on the car. This one is completely fine. But look at this. That's fine. Has no play, which is really good. But that is something for tomorrow. It is snowing. I'm gonna try to make something, slide this under or on top I took apart the old shot, so we'll see about that tomorrow.